Everyone, this is my first video. Let me clarify, I am a resident of Summit House condominiums in Westchester, Pennsylvania. This video is for anyone else who lives here who pays an HOA fee or has been bullied or intimidated by the maintenance department, the resident council, and or the Summit House office. And this video is also for anyone else who may live in a condo community paying HOA fees and is curious as to if their HOA fees are being lived up to. So this is the first video in my series. Let's take a walk out my front door to see everything I am about to show you. So here's the view as I walk out my front entrance. Obviously, lots of overgrowth. Now I moved in, I am a full homeowner. I moved in 2015 and did not plant any of these things. Yet I cannot remove them unless I ask permission, which may or may not be denied. So really, do I have any control over what a previous owner did? I don't think so. Technically, this is my property, and if I would like to remove these plants, I shouldn't have to ask your permission, or I shouldn't have to live with a previous owner's plantings. Now let's look at the common flower bed, which I believe is covered under our landscaping and exterior maintenance that we pay in our HOA fees. Looks like a jungle to me. I actually made a note to the office, and they told me, well, previous owners have planted things in there, and we'll cut it back in the fall. Well, that's not acceptable, and I shouldn't have to live with what previous owners did. If we're going to have a community, and the real key is aesthetics of the community, how come the shared flower beds are all not uniform, or the community has not put a standard set of shrubbery in there? Not to mention, if we look closely, there was no mulch put down this year. So that may have been a cause for some of the weed and overgrowth that we are currently having. So I'm just going to take a quick walk around my building, and I assume that if I walked around the entire community, it would look much the same. So here we go. Here's my stairs. Now, why is there a traffic cone there? Well, let's see. Underneath this traffic cone is a drain. Now, when I moved in 2015, as you can see, the drain cover is not fastened. That was how it was when I moved in 2015. Now, people may ask, why didn't I call immediately to have this fixed? Well, I assume that is part of the exterior maintenance agreement and should have been caught long before I ever moved in, if there was ever preventative maintenance being done around here. So I put in a work order last Monday. It is July 23rd, I believe, right now. So I put in a work order regarding this last Monday and came home to what you saw previously, which is a traffic cone. Now, to me, that drain lid being loose is an extreme hazard, a safety hazard, and honestly, I'm not sure how long it's been that way, since it's been 2 years since I've moved in. I would think that the exterior maintenance crew that we all pays salary to through our HOA fees should have caught that long before now and had it repaired. In addition, the other day the maintenance crew were at my house, and I asked them, oh, is that fixed or what? And they told me, no, it's not fixed. We're so swamped, we'll get to it, but the whole thing may have to be replaced. Unfortunately, if we had a qualified maintenance crew, something like this would have been taken care of immediately, as it is a safety hazard for all. Not to mention, it's a little annoying having to walk my groceries, my dogs, my kids' bikes, and everything else around a traffic cone. Let's continue the walk. I will not disclose my address, but any of you that live here can obviously tell where I live. And let's go up the road. Oh, there's one of those great new lampposts we had to have. So as we continue to walk around the building, you can see, wow, there's another lamppost. Great looking lamppost. Except for one thing. Whose brilliant idea was to put it up in a tree? Kind of defeats the purpose of having a light there. So basically that light is on and is being blocked by tree branches, causing this area to be poorly lit. Good call, HOA team. Council members doing what's right for the community. As we continue on. Oh, more landscaping. Wow. I guess we don't pay for hedges to be cut or maintenance of the exterior grounds. Oh wait, we do. Let's continue on with the brilliance of Summit House, the council members, the acting office members, and the maintenance crew who we pay to fix things, yet we subcontract everything we can. Because apparently none of them have a trade skill. So here we go. Wow, that tree looks pretty dangerous next to people's house, and probably is pretty annoying to the person who has a deck right there that has tree branches hanging over it and has to stare at a tree. But I guess we don't care about that. Let's continue on. As we go back in back of the building, you'll see the same result as out front. No care, no concern about overgrowth. But first, let me expose what I have to look at out the back of my house every time I go outside. Can anybody see the problem with this? Wait, let me get a little closer. Oh, apparently we don't believe in having the hinge on something to be hinged properly. There's our money at work. Crackpot maintenance crew can't even, I guess doesn't see this, or apparently they don't make rounds around the grounds to actually identify these things. So while the people of this community are being fined for things, who's keeping track of Carl and his maintenance and making sure they're upkeeping the area? It's pretty sad that we pay a salary for 3 maintenance personnel, yet everything seems to be subcontracted, or it's a, we'll get to it. Oh wait, here, let me zoom in. More overgrowth. So is that the homeowner's responsibility? Is that what we pay for to have taken care of? I don't know. What would you think if your HOA fee includes landscaping? Seems a little overgrown to me. Wow. I guess the homeowner better go out and buy a hedge clipper because they may get fined. Believe it or not, the system around here is the homeowners association can pretty much make up any fine they decide to make up. I was recently fined for not shutting off my air conditioner. Here we go. Let's continue the walk. Now what's this mess supposed to be? Somebody explain that. Because ideally, this is supposed to be a dog, where you're supposed to walk your dog. What is that? Oh, and look at the tree. A lot of overgrowth. But those are our landscaping dollars are at work. Let's continue on. Yep, there's the tennis court that nobody uses, which I will discuss in a later video regarding the parks and the recent attacks on children being told to play at the park and ride their bikes at the park. Pretty sad state of affairs when the children of the community aren't afforded the same rights as everybody else, especially when their parents are paying HOA fees. Goes along with the closing of the pool because people aren't watching their kids, yet the lifeguards that are on duty don't seem to be paying attention. Well, now they do because the pool's closed. So now they're enforcing the pool closed rule, but where were they when parents were leaving their kids unattended? Oh, that's right, they were in the pool playing with the neighborhood kids, or better yet, inviting their friends to come over so they can socialize all day. There's our money at work again. Let's continue. Sorry, I'm not a professional videographer, but you get the idea. I'm going to zoom out, continue the walk. Yeah, looks like the tennis court's pretty well kept. It's a shame the rest of the grounds aren't. Oh, by the way, you can only go in there if you're going to play tennis. Well, I've lived here 2 years. I've seen about 4 people playing tennis. But anyway, that's up for debate. Let's continue the walk. As we come around, seems okay, right? What do we have here? Looks loose to me. Wow. Even I can see that. Looks like a lawsuit waiting to happen. Some more of our money getting wasted here. Oh, and why didn't Carl, the exterior maintenance team, notice that? Let me answer. He didn't. Here we go. As we keep walking back to my front door, you will see the common theme of overgrowth, flower beds being out of control, let's see the one next. See if it matches the rest. Yep. Overgrown. Did I expect anything less? No. Well, this is my first video. I hope the next ones are better. But as you can see, this is just the beginning. The HOA Condo Association and office and maintenance personnel have decided to threaten me, intimidate me, bully me, and I will not let it happen. So I am going to expose them for the frauds that they are, and the fact that the community is not being handled properly by the council and or the Summit House office, as it seems to me that anybody working in the Summit House office would be employed and the hiring decision would be made by the council, so that puts them in bed together. Also, if the head of maintenance and the office person are in a romantic relationship, isn't that a conflict of interest? Because who's policing the police around here? Good question, isn't it? Well, till next time, I'm out. Video 2 will be coming soon.